Hey, hello everyone. Hi Ashley. How
Hello.
are you?
Well, first of all, I'm humbled to be here after all of those snippets of amazing work on that montage. Wow.
Oh, I I don't know. Well, you look so positive while you were watching it. You were so happy. Just like a ray of sunshine. Like I was watching you and you were like enjoying every bit of it. So I'm glad.
I don't get to sit and watch TV very much, so it was very nice to sit and see clips of all those amazing pieces of work. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, hi everyone. Welcome back to ActorCast, another episode. We're here now today with Ashley BeLoat. Yes, a round of applause. Um, I'll let her introduce herself. She's great. She's an amazing artist, a professional person in everything she does. So I don't. I'll let her start. I'll let her introduce herself. I think that I can't make it. I can make justice to to all the things, amazing things she is.
You are so kind. You are so gracious. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. My name is Ashley BeLoat. I am a working actress and model in Los Angeles. I'm also a registered nurse, but I have not worked as a nurse for 2 years because acting and modeling have kept me so busy. I met Aldo on a vertical soap opera set. That's what I've been doing a lot of over the last few years. I also do runway, I also do commercial, I also do indie films, short films, feature films, whatever comes my way out here. And don't we enjoy doing whatever comes our way? Right now, you've got a business degree coming your way.
Yeah, yeah, I do, and it's kicking my butt, but it's uh, okay. Let's get that over with. What tips can you give me, um, and anyone who's doing two very drastically different things in their lives, considering you do nurse stuff, or you did, but you have the experience and everything.
Yeah.
Um, and also you do acting. Like how do you manage both of them at the same time and having those two very drastically different parts of you?
You know, while they're both, I got that a lot. Oh, nursing, acting, those are such different things. Not really. They're two businesses of people that require a lot of empathy, and I'm
Mhm.
learning more every day that every skill we acquire in one pursuit will transfer over to another. I met doctors that worked first in hospitality, and then when they got to the bedside, their bedside manner was so great. I think that if we follow what interests us, we will find the similarities. Each interest will help fuel the other and help us find new depths to the other. Time management definitely becomes a challenge. But I think that it's something we just naturally figure out and make room for. In my case, I was working night shift at the hospital, so I could then go to set and work all day. And there were many times I was working 24 hours straight to make that happen. Did it as long as I physically could. Never thought I would have to choose, but I ended up having to choose for the time being.
Yeah. Wow. And yeah, you're right. I mean, it does. You can find the you can find like two very different things. You can find like the similarities between them. And yeah, how long have you, like, did you start doing nursing first and nursing? That's I don't know if that's the term.
No, yeah,
uh, oh
good.
really? Okay.
Yeah, and I found modeling while I was in nursing school. So I was juggling both of those for the longest time. And modeling was something I was really just doing for personal growth and for fun. It was really, it started as a way to beat body dysmorphia and feel more comfortable in my own skin. And I ended up falling in love with modeling for the passion or for the art form that it was. And then I got a contract out in Los Angeles, and the pretty pictures got me in the room for acting. And I felt a similar fear with acting. And then I was like, that means there's more growth here.
Mhm.
And so then I got into classes and started doing more of that, and all the while still juggling nursing.
Wow. And if when you said the same fear in acting, you mean the
so nervous, so uncomfortable with
Mm,
myself. So, I mean, because acting requires you to be very comfortable and willing to live a private moment fully in public. And especially on vertical sets. I mean, you've seen some of the stuff that we have to do and say, and it's absolute madness sometimes, and you have to get comfortable really fast. Um, but I found that the more I did, the more I confronted that, the more comfortable I became with myself as a person too. So it was
mm.
good to be done.
Wow. Yeah, you're right. Do you feel like if you wouldn't have gotten into acting or modeling, I mean, you probably wouldn't have learned so much about you as a person too, right?
I definitely wouldn't have. I For the longest time I was this version of myself that I thought I was supposed to be, and acting and modeling really pushed me to then focus inward and not just on myself too. It really pushes you to understand your character. So you're understanding, and if you're really pushing yourself, you want to understand the reasons why they do everything, and you don't judge them. So it really pushes you to understand more about the human experience.
Mm.
Fascinating.
Was there a point where you've been like burnt out from all this learning? I don't know, like because sometimes you can get exhausted from acting and also like exposing yourself constantly and exposing like your 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 heart to the world and like yeah.
It's true. When I'm on shows back to back, there are times that I've been on set almost every day for a month. And in those times, especially, I feel like I never really get a moment to be Ashley. And that
Mm,
can be so, it can feel so not numb in a way, but you feel like you're sleepwalking almost. And sometimes I'll just need a day or a few hours to just go sit by the beach and journal again and bullet point, what is it that I want out of life? Who am I? How would I define myself? What do I feel are my current obstacles? What I feel are the next areas of personal growth that I want to have? Sometimes I have to do those check-ins to get back in.
do you journal or
I
try?
I try. Sometimes if there's something I really need to work through, I will. Sometimes I'll journal in character if I'm trying to really get to understand a new character. Um, I don't have much free time on my hands, but when I do and I feel like it's something that I need to sort out and explore, um, putting it down on paper really helps me.
Yeah, you're always doing stuff. It's insane how every time like you every day you have something. It's like I w- I would be so exhausted if if I was it was so yeah.
I am exhausted. I had to take a nap today, but here we
Yeah.
are.
It makes me wonder because like in when I was in the US I almost didn't even have time like I between cleaning the apartment, going to the gym, buying groceries, like and I didn't even get started on like the actual the professional life
Oh,
and I was already like exhausted and half of the day had been already gone by so
yeah,
yeah.
it's true. But
um
the work, somehow it doesn't matter.
yeah, how do you like manage all your things that you do? Like, how do you get time to like do your yoga and your Pilates and all the stuff you also do?
Sometimes I do it at midnight or 1 a.m. It's
Wow.
what you have to do, but it's part of my work because it affects
Yeah.
how I walk. And when you're being shot from three cameras at a time and you don't know what angle or what wardrobe, I do it. So that's, I don't worry about anything. But I have to, I always try to budget time for auditions to roll in because sometimes I'll get six in one day and they can really pile up. So I try to budget time for that. I pencil in anything social. I always tell people we're penciling it in, and most people that work in the business, they get it. And, we hope that work comes up so that we have to reschedule, and we understand that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I try to do my auditions first, so I have the most energy to pour in there, and then I'll do my workouts after. But
Mm.
and work just has to come first
Right. And then sleep. When does that come in?
when I'm lucky.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's So it's such a thing. Like you haven't. I mean, I guess you're used to it from like the nurse stuff.
Yeah, and it's a little better now because I don't have to work nights. Like, it's very rare that I'll get a night shoot. It still happens.
Mm, mm.
Um, I think I've upgraded. At least I'm not juggling a hospital job as well. So I think
Oh,
rest has
yeah.
actually improved for me.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad because you also went to the Met Gala, didn't you?
I I didn't. That was
Oh,
Photoshop. But the
wait,
dress
really?
up.
No, it looked like I thought you were. I thought you actually went to the Met Gala, and I was like, wow. Like, first of all, that's
Or
wow.
something, I suppose.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. I also photoshopped myself on the Met Gala. Did you have you seen this?
Yeah, I haven't seen this. You've got to show me.
Wait, let me show you. I'm gonna show you actually, like right away, because I
Okay.
feel it's worth it's worth it's we're since we're talking about it. I guess it's something.
Something I need to see.
Yeah, something you
Okay,
need to see. Yeah.
I've got
Okay. Let me see.
my iPad. Send that to me.
No, I'll show you right now.
Okay.
Yeah. No, don't you worry. We'll watch this right now. If you if you want to, really quick. Okay. Can you see this?
on, on
Here's
on this. No, I can't.
no, you can't. Okay. Now, maybe now.
I see something. Okay, okay.
Okay.
I see that.
Okay, let's see this really quick. So Jasper, my friend Jasper was doing the coverage. So let's see. Hey everyone, it's me, Jasper, your favorite content creator, your favorite model fashionista icon. And we're here at the Met Gala. We're so excited. We're so blessed today to be invited to the Met Gala. I'm so glad that YouTube's finally giving us what we deserve because we serve us influencers. We serve all day long. We're just working too hard. We're working too damn hard, honey. I'm so excited. Feels like last week we were literally at Coachella, invited, and now we're here. So follow your dreams, you guys, because they may come true one day. Oh, by the way, guys, let's do a fit check. Here I have my sunglasses from Ray-Ban. That's the straightest thing alone. Here I have my tank top from H&M and my belt buckle from Versace. Yeah. Oh my god, you guys, this year's theme for the Met Gala is fashion is art, and I think that might be the best theme ever. They are all so lovely today. I feel like they got inspired. They got all in their best clothes. Oh my goodness. I just need to put my sunglasses up because I just see so many stars shine and I can't look at it anymore. Oh my goodness, what time is it? It's 8. The gods are starting to come out of hiding because it's Beyonce. Oh my goodness, she's eating with that dress. She's serving. Fabulous. She's eating. She ate the whole thing down and she left no crumbs. That dress, oh my goodness. She's eating. She's the queen, you guys. She is eating. She is fabulous. She's the moment. Guess who's coming out? It's Rachel Zegler. She's been out in England for way too long doing Evita, and now she's back with us. Got her hair down. She's relaxed. She's coming back strong, and she's got what seems to be a white, what looks to be like a white toilet paper, but I won't say it is because it surely, I bet it isn't. She's fabulous, doing her signature jaw movements. I love that for her. She's blessed. I'm so excited to see her in the upcoming movies that she's got lined up. I don't remember which ones, but she's got some. She deserves. Okay, you guys can keep watching it in my YouTube if you want.
I love this. I will. You don't.
Okay, I'll send you the link. I'll send you
Good.
the link.
Good.
Because yeah, this isn't about me. This isn't about me. It's about you. So I but I wanted to show you a little bit.
Thank you. Thank you for blessing me with that.
Did you? What do you think?
I wish I was there.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I wish because I said I was there, but it wasn't even me. It was Jasper and his friends, Rachel Segler, Beyonce, and such.
Friends, yes, no, it just was. I feel like I was there now. I do.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, that was that was funny. Okay. Yeah, that was. I think that was a great icebreaker I guess.
Can
But yeah.
confirm.
Oh, we have a comment. Oh, we have a comment. Okay, let's talk about that. Okay. I'm gonna show this. Okay, question from Ark. Oh, Andy Q. How important to you is taking risks in pursuing dreams? Do you feel it's luck slash prepared slash right place, right time based? I took a risk 11 years ago and I'm happier for it. Congrats, Sash. Oh,
I thank you. No, I think risk taking is part of this business, and especially like right now, I'm fully freelance. I gave up the steady paychecks of nursing, and that alone was a big risk for me. There's never a perfect time. There's never a speed bump free time to try things. You have to just go for it. I think everyone should have different safeguards or things that they look out for if they're going to, go back to a more stable income or change circumstances. But you have to bet on yourself sometimes. And the more that the work is just a part of your life, the more that it's already become part of your workflow and your day and your identity, the more ready you'll be. Um, I heard them say once that like it takes 10 years to make an overnight success. It's all that time of putting in the work, and then when one opportunity comes, that's the luck, and then because you're so prepared, it happens. Taking risks, it's a difficult thing to do, it's a personal thing to do. We have to do it, but you got to follow your gut on that. Yeah.
how do we follow our guts though? Like it's so tough. Like I think everyone knows when your gut's talking, like you feel it, but like yeah, it's hard to like take the step.
It's so hard to take the step. I'm a pros and cons list person all the time. And sometimes you have to make choices that just don't make sense other than it feels right. Ask,
You're a Taurus, right?
I'm what?
What zodiac sign are you?
Oh, I'm a Taurus, yes.
Oh, me too. Yeah. I knew. I mean, I don't know anything about zodiac signs, but I know about that I'm a Taurus and what it means. So, and I was like, you're probably a Taurus too.
I don't know how you picked up on that, but yes, I really, I will say that I use it as an excuse to be stubborn and I use my powers for good. I promise.
Yeah.
But that's like pursuing a goal. You have to be stubborn. You have to be persistent. You have to be. So I use that for good. But
Yeah.
how we listen to our gut? That's a tough one because it's different for everyone. Like everyone has different obligations on their plate. Everyone has different expenses, different situations. Like if you
Mm.
have children, that complicates things as well, and how much you can bet on yourself. It's tough. I guess taking it day by day, what feels safe to gamble with today? What's the priority list today? What's the best investment of your time today? Um, I'm not the most adventurous person, so I'm not the most risk taking person. I don't know. How would you?
Yeah.
I'm curious. What do you think the key is? How do we know when to bet on ourselves?
I, I'm that's I don't know. I think like what's the biggest risk you've taken? For me it's moving to the US and like taking that big step of like being an only child and then moving out of my country and then out of my family and then across the world
Wow.
and then studying something that's like all by myself basically. Well, and like living by myself and stuff like that's the biggest risk I've taken and I feel like I took it. The time
Yeah.
I took it was like it's weird because I didn't even realize I took it until it was like way past the point of no return. You know, like like 3 months before moving in June 2023, I moved. So like April, I was like, okay, I'm doing this, but I wasn't even afraid. But like then I started getting afraid after the fact, like when I actually realized that it's happening, like it's actually happening,
Yeah. That's
and
how you're
it's
meant to do it, though. That's like you just felt so good.
yeah, I feel like you have to just buy the plane ticket or like or give the computer to someone else to do it for you, and then you something that you want to do, of course. And maybe that this is a terrible advice, but like
No,
give the decision making of something you want to do to like a loved one or something.
I think what
um yeah.
I'm saying here is running our ideas through a small circle of trusted people that have our best interest in mind. Of course, we're going to get different opinions, but weighing that with how we feel, that's helpful.
Yeah.
And
That's
taking
smart.
the first step is the hardest one to take, but just taking that first step. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the hardest one. Like when you sometimes it's gonna shock you, like when you take the risk, like a big risk, and a risk that you can't take back. Like I apply it to my moving out of the country and everything, but like it can be with anything, like romantically, like telling someone you love them or whatever. Like it may be scary, but once you do it, you can't take it back. I and then it's like you probably feel very like in a scared, like in a uncharted territory, and I don't know, breathing. I just yeah. It sounds really obvious, but like I don't. Yeah.
I think also one thing I always think about as humans, we're creatures of familiarity. So what's familiar feels the most comfortable. But if we want our circumstances to change, even for the better, that often puts us in an uncomfortable situation because there's change happening. So I always think like if I'm able to process whatever discomfort is around me and find the purpose in it of like where it's taking me, if I see that purpose, it somehow makes it less scary, less uncomfortable. It makes it
Mm.
something I can endure a little more. So if taking a risk still brings the nerves, still brings the discomfort, but still you have that peace of knowing, but this is where it's taking me or potentially could take me. If that
Yeah.
brings, that might be, that might
And
be,
also, yeah, like as a Taurus too, I put myself in the situation of not taking the risk and having taken the risk, and it's like you're always gonna wonder what your life could have been like if you took that risk.
this is true.
So yeah, you when you put yourself in the different scenarios, you realize that there's no other way but like taking the risk.
Have
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, we have another question. Well, I hope that answered something. I know it's kind of tough. Yeah. But yeah, hopefully that worked. But we have Carla here.
Hello.
Um oh, you
Welcome.
know her?
She just went to Sweden. She was all over the world, looked magnificent, was taking tons of pictures with the architecture and fabulous outfits. Welcome, Miss.
Oh, wow. Carla, I'm thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Okay, question. With your modeling and acting, what's the importance about collaboration? Oh, this is really impactful to you currently because of the whole Instagram shenanigans that you've had to do. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, we can talk. Let's talk theoretically or just in practice before we get to the social media aspect
Yeah.
of it. Collaboration is so important as an artist, no matter what form you're working in. But for fashion, for film, collaboration is everything because you can have a vision for the project, but once you get on set, you know, between skill sets, different people's visions and tastes, and then what director wants or client wants, or everyone has to be willing to receive notes, receive input, put ego aside, bring your own ideas, yes, but once you're there, you have to get on the same creative page with everyone. And that requires listening, empathy, embodying it, like really trying to make that vision cohesive. That's such a collaborative process. Even if all the prep work has been done, once you get on set, like That's where it really begins in practice. Um, I really enjoy collaborating with different creatives because, especially as a model or actor, I feel like I really have to be willing to be a chameleon. I can bring my own ideas, but I'm not the one behind the camera. And if director or DP or photographer sees something different, it's my job to really try to understand what it is they're looking for, adapt and give that to them and make it as truthful to me as possible, even if it's not what I originally thought or saw or felt. Now getting to social media, oh my goodness. I feel on Instagram, collaborative posts are getting the most organic, um, how do I say it,
Like
visibility.
attention. Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, I feel the collaborative posts get the most organic visibility, and it's very important to me whenever I work with people, especially if the shoot itself is collaboration and no money is changing hands. It's very important to me to be able to post collaboratively with my team, because I feel like if I'm bringing anything to the table, I would hope that I can bring my following and my name to it and help everyone. Um, so yes, Instagram has been persnickety with me on my main page with that, but we have progress. Today, I found out that now I can accept collaborations, but I cannot invite. I think Instagram is waiting to make sure that I'm not flagged with any copyright violations before they decide I'm worthy of this feature in its full capacity again.
Yeah, I
Oh,
hate that. I had some issues with my some features some time ago, and I had to verify myself, like the Meta verified, to be able to contact support because
yes,
if not, they don't. Uh,
I've
yeah,
spent so much time talking to support this year. It's crazy.
yeah,
Much
I
time.
bet. But there's progress
There's
being
progress.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, what's one like a big like an experience collaborating you that's like a fun story to talk about, like what's
I
a
couple,
maybe big collaboration you've done, something.
sure. I have a couple that come to mind. One is a recent photo shoot that I did early this year with a photographer, and I wardrobe styled. He came along with me to the showroom. We made some selections of pieces, but on the day of the shoot, it was just him and we were shooting outside in the city. And we chose to just walk around, see what was available. And I love to really be inspired by environment. And so I was letting like pipes influence my shapes. I was crawling on things. I saw a ladder. I'm like, oh, when I get to this dress, I want to climb that ladder. And like, we ended the night going to a construction business that was around, and he asked if I could be lifted on a forklift, and they said yes, and I was like, you're crazy, I love it, let's go. And I was on a forklift, and
Wow.
super
That
fun.
that also comes back to like the taking risks, because like forklift, what? That's
Yeah,
scary.
I in a way I'll do anything for the shot. I love doing
Yeah.
things and memorable and attention grabbing, striking. I love, especially in fashion, I love the shots that make you go, not just a pretty picture, but one that's like, oh, what's happening?
Yeah. You do a
Yeah.
lot of that. Like, let me see if I can pop some
Are we
of
doing?
your.
Oh my goodness, I love this.
Let's see. I try to be prepared. I try to have.
Pick a shot that you like, and I'll tell you
Okay.
about the collaboration that
I
went into.
mean, which where do I start? Like, let's start with. I think that these ones, like all of them, I are eye catching. Let's see. Let's see. Uh, I
I'm so
still don't don't
excited.
get used to all this. Okay, this one's really eye catching.
So this was yesterday. Oh my
What
goodness.
what's it?
It was yesterday. So this was a fashion show
Wow.
that I did. The designer, Maribel JD, is so talented. You go into her room, she has just an endless sea of garments. Every time I go, there's a bigger collection. And she does every fashion week, she doesn't just have 8 models in her lineup. She has like an army of models, and she makes new dresses every time, all to theme. The dress that I was wearing was worn days before at an event for Dior, and I'm not surprised.
Huh.
But she was inspired by Marie Antoinette, and she wanted to kind of revisit more about her garden. And so then this came to be. And if you look really closely on the bodice, the fabric on the bodice of my dress had these beautiful, like 3-dimensional flower petal beads that were in clusters to make flowers. They weren't cloth. They were like, I don't know what material they were. It was
What's a bodice?
bodice, like
Like the torso?
the torso. Yes. Yes, there were these beautiful 3-dimensional flower petal beads on.
Yeah, wow.
And those, the 2 models that I'm posing with, I absolutely adore them both, Chandler and Haley. They are both amazing posers. Haley rocks every runway she does, and she always knows how to pose, especially with other models. We had so much fun. Collaboration, though, the hair and makeup artist, she made custom wigs for the collection. You'll see Chandler and Haley wearing those. I never have any idea what's going to happen to me when I go to a fashion show. I show up, I sit down, all of that happened upon me, and I said, this is what we do. Okay. And we had to hide from the guests. They couldn't see us, so that's why we were hiding behind the staircase. We made whatever we had,
Wow.
photos before walking.
Wow. How do you, cause like,
I creative directed this.
y-
I job
is
style.
it really for Bazaar?
Yep, I did. I
Wow.
I creative directed that. So my concept for this one was showing the behind the scenes and the finished product of a photo shoot. In the other posts, you'll see that we showcased some of the gear in the foreground or in the background. But I wanted to show that even in the process, that it's still fashion, it's still beautiful, it's still a finished image.
Yeah.
Um, the collaboration with this, I had a very talented hairstylist, makeup artist, photographer, and she brought people to help with the gaffing and the lighting. And once I gathered all the pieces, I already had made the mood board. I made the sound playlist for the day. And as things were happening, I had already briefed everyone on the vision and the idea. But then I got there and I kind of shut my mouth and I watched and I saw how everyone was interpreting it. And then it was my job to then transform with this particular look from the set. I wanted this to be the most vast space of everything. That's why I went with the flowing gowns. So the poses that I went with were more movement, more flowy, more spread, more weightless. Yeah.
It looks amazing. Like, how did you get to a point in modeling where you could like take charge, kind of like of like the photo shoot, like take control, not control, but like
Have more of a say.
yes. How did you get that
Yeah,
to that point?
I somewhere along the line, I feel like I just started chiming in as we were planning things, and somewhere along the line, I kept getting more resources available to me, and um, somehow I feel like a lot of the time it's just almost expected of me to have the creative vision.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
But it starts in different ways for each project. Sometimes a photographer will send me one specific image or one video or one lighting style and be like, I love this. I'll be like, yes, that's super cool. And okay, so this reminds me of space. Let's do a space concept. Every look will be a planet and we'll have different light setups for sometimes it evolves from there. Or sometimes it's, I have access to these designs. What can I do with these designs? What fashion story can I tell here? It really just depends because, I'm doing it myself. So sometimes I plan for the resource, sometimes I plan for the vision.
Yeah. And how do models usually have a say in their shoots, or is
Uh,
that like yeah.
Depends. If it's a job, no, we show up and we do as we're told. But if it's a collaboration, a test, sometimes
Mhm.
yes. It depends on what the team wants, how experienced you are. Um, and also I think the more resources you bring to the table naturally kind of Like if I am bringing a designer's pieces that I know very well, I kind of have an idea how they want their things presented. So then I may chime in more about lighting, composition, posing
Hmm.
style. But it really just depends. Yeah.
And I bet you then bring all this knowledge that you probably learned from modeling to acting, right?
Do. I do, especially in the fast pace of vertical soap operas. Sometimes things move so fast that I'll have this character design in my head, but then I start getting put in the outfits. I'm like, this is a little different. And I have to evolve with that. Every outfit wants to move differently. And if a character then stands differently, that says a little bit more about who she is. There have been times where I've been about to go in to film a scene, I get put in the look right beforehand, and like one time there was a big faux fur coat that they put on top of me, and I'm like, "Ooh." And it was a scene where I was going to visit someone in a hospital that I had gotten in an accident and they got sick.
Same old, same
Oh,
old.
no. And so I was like, this is how I play the scene, this coat. So I played it like I sashayed in, I saw a camera, I stared over the collar of the coat, and none of this was in the stage description. But like then, as they're talking and telling me to get out, I took off the coat, I stared at them, and I threw the coat on the bed. No, I belong here. And then I was in this very slinky thing. So then I was slinky, 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 got in her face, and then like said something menacing for the last moment, snapped the coat without breaking eye contact, and like sashayed out. But like the coat became how I played the scene.
Hmm. Wow. And you learned that all from modeling, I bet, because like all that, like, all, you earn the knowledge from modeling to how to like work with your environment, I bet, right?
Yes, it's very important. The same pose will work in different environments and not in others. Same with
Hmm.
wearing. And sometimes fashion doesn't have to make sense, it can be abstract. But in the world of film, you have to play this whole moment all the way through in a way that is cohesive. If it doesn't make sense, it has to be with purpose. So, being mindful of your environment, what you're in, who you're
Yeah.
talking, where you're standing, where your light is, where camera is, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really important. Like also dance, like they taught me dance in the acting major in school
Okay.
because of the being aware of our surroundings, because of all that. I think they didn't care about us learning a choreography. They just cared about us knowing where to look, knowing what's next to us. Like it's so important when we're on set. And I think they use this example. Like we're not teaching you dance because we want you to be on a musical. I mean, if you want to, of course, go ahead. But um, it's for your degree. It's more of a like a um, because instead there's gonna be stuff like like stuff all around you,
Mhm.
and there was like I think our teacher gave us the example of a person, the life story that he worked on a set that something fell on a person because he wasn't looking, and it was like very dramatic and stuff, and that's what they want to avoid, because it's like you want to be aware of your surroundings, and you learn that
And body
from
language.
experience. Yeah.
If your words say one thing, your body language says another, like that says a lot about a person or what is really happening in their mind. So dance is so great with just getting in tune with your body and how to move to communicate different things.
Yeah. Yeah. And I bet modeling's the same way, right? Yeah.
It is. It is. I did take ballet when I was really young. I never did point, but I started that before modeling, and I think ballet also went with me into modeling. It has influenced how I move to this day.
I don't know what's harder, ballet or business.
You know, they both have their challenges in their own way.
Yeah. Yeah, let's say that. um yeah. Oof. Yeah, I still, I like half of my brain's still in the business world. Ugh. Okay, but yeah, it's so interesting how again modeling helps with your acting. Business may help with your acting. Acting may help with your business job. Nurse Being a nurse can help in acting. Like they all intersect at the end. Like you're right.
You really do. We're
Mm.
never, I hate when I hear someone say, like, this is all I know how to do. What else could I possibly do? Like, this is all I can do. I think that's the biggest lie that our subconscious tells us. We are never trapped in one thing. Our skills can go elsewhere. And I think we should give ourselves more credit. We are resilient, we are adaptable, we're smart, and every skill we pick up is preparing us for the next thing. We just have no idea what it is. We have to have confidence in that.
True. That's really motivational. I love that. Um. Okay, we haven't talked about verticals like almost anything, and I wanted to talk about something more because I bet when you go to interviews and stuff, you always talk about verticals. So I wanted to be like different.
What
um.
do you want to ask me? I'm here for you.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about verticals because um, what what was your first experience with verticals? Was it Did you watch any verticals before you started working on them? How was that?
I got into the game fairly early. Verticals were like a year in, and I didn't even know where to access them, to be quite honest. So I didn't watch any before I got on set. The first vertical I did was for Galatea at the time, which is now rebranded into Candy Jar. They are a little more grounded. They are a little more comparable to a Lifetime look. They shoot with one camera at a time, so it was a very good introduction to the vertical space. But I remember I was a supporting character on that. It was my first villain ever. So not only did I feel completely unbelievable playing a mean character, but I also like what is happening. And I asked our female lead, Haley Lorelei, I asked her before going in to film my first scene, which was a big monologue of all things. I was just like, hey, so a question, how does this play out? How do these scenes play?
Kind of
And
like I asked you in my first
yes,
vertical.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. What did I tell you? Do you remember? I don't remember what I told you.
I don't Me neither, but it was something like yeah, just throw yourself on the pool.
And we were up there for hours. You
Yeah.
were. I was
Yeah.
a witness on that one. I'm sorry.
No, I would loved it. I need to find that. We need to rewatch it maybe later.
But Haley said to me, she just looked at me, she said, it plays out exactly like you think it will. And I said, understood. Okay. Um, so I just went for it and didn't hold back. And apparently I was on the right track. Yeah, but I had no idea what it was at first.
Yeah. Yeah. It's how because you are very grounded, but also because I know some actors. I won't say their name because honestly, I don't know their names. But there are some actors that do verticals and they are like too over the top. You're like just in the maybe you've gotten used to how they work, like to be in a spot that you're in a vertical style, as in it's still kind of dramatic. It's a soap opera, but you're also really grounded.
And
That came with time, I bet.
I think I started in horror and psychological thriller. That's what I did a lot of. And then I did some sitcom training. Um, I think some people may feel I am over the top, and sometimes that's the agenda and the characters I'm given and the vision of the show, and then the direction notes that I'm given from the director and client. So I feel like I do go there on occasion by design, but I really love when I get to live in truth. And that's one of the
Mm,
reasons I really enjoy playing the leads or the nice characters, because a lot of times they're the ones experiencing the world in as much truth as possible. I feel that's the job. The antagonist
mm,
supporting, I feel like they're the very fine-tuned, orchestrated chaos. They have to have a very distinct plan of attack, and like they're the characters. And there are moments for truth in there that you can find and insert if the director and client feel it fits the vision for the show. But I really enjoy the leads because I feel like your job is to and be as truthful as possible.
Yeah. I think that's a good how do you say lesson or thing to keep in mind, or what's the term,
Mindset?
mindset. Yes, thank you. Like a mindset to have, because some people might be like, "Ugh," if they are acting, they probably don't want to do something so over the top. um they don't know how to. Maybe I think it's really important to have the mindset of, okay, this is just be truthful to yourself, truthful to the situation. Maybe it's probably not about like the energy you put. It's gonna, the director's gonna give you that, like, it's if the environment you're at is gonna give you the energy you have to put in, the style of show you're shooting. But what's always gonna stay the same is you having to play true to the character. And it's maybe sometimes because I've gotten used to now watching a lot of verticals, because they honestly, you can't avoid them if you're on TikTok. They, yeah. And
Out
then
to
you start watching one ad, and you want to keep watching. It's like it's kind of addicting. They have something.
you.
They do it that way for a reason.
Do. They do.
But I've seen a lot of actors that are like, sometimes like, I'm like, oh, that doesn't seem realistic. But the true word is that doesn't seem honest. I think that's the term that really prevails.
Yes. And I do my best. I am the type of artist, no matter what happens, I'm going to watch things back and see all the opportunities for growth that I could have. I do my best to be honest, no matter what is asked of me. Um, but the facts are sometimes we get one take. And, as long as we got the words out somewhat okay, we're short on time, we got to move on. So, like, I found the best thing I can possibly do is be relaxed or comfortable, and that helps me be honest in the tone of the character. And I might behave a little differently on set based off of who I'm cast to be, and just keeping that side of myself activated for the day helps me slip in and out of that character more truthfully, helps
Mm.
me have less thoughts in the back of my mind like, wait, does my co-star believe me right now in this moment because I've been different? No, just like I try to just stay akin to what I'm booked to do as much as I can so I can be ready for that one take.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. It's being true. I think that's the if you want to learn one thing from acting, it's being true. Like being true to the situation. Truthfulness is like comes a long way. Like anyone, if you want to become an actor, that's like the one lesson I would keep in my heart. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carola comes back again with us. Ashley, I love you. I love you. I love when you post about the wait. I love when you post about the kid actor on the vertical set. What is something that they teach you, and what advice have you given that?
I treasure getting to work with the young actors and actresses. It's so special to me, and it's very memorable. And I really work to build trust and comfort with them right away, especially if I'm playing a mean character. A lot of times we film the end of the movie or project first, which is the peak of chaos where I'm yelling, screaming, and violent, maybe wielding a weapon at this child. And so immediately when I meet them, I try to establish we're playing pretend, uh, fun. And I am also a child at heart. So I instantly become a child myself around them. But it helps me as well because we're playing pretend. I think working with young actors and actresses, it really keeps alive that wonder and that feeling of playing pretend and how wonderful and fun it is. And it also keeps me accountable to drop my ego and stay comfortable and lose inhibitions. Because if I want them to feel comfortable, how do I do that? By doing that myself. Um, that's one thing that I am repeatedly reminded when I work with them. Advice that I've given them is we have to do this for us. We have to do what we find fun. And when we make a choice in a scene or in an audition, we should do it because we thought it was a good idea and it brings us joy because that's what they're going to love watching. And it makes it less scary and it's more exciting that way. And yeah, yeah,
How does a kid get into working on verticals? I don't think they do. They say like, "Mom, I want to work on a vertical." I don't think they do.
I don't think they do either, but they get the audition and their parents really help coach them through it. And I've worked with some super talented young actors and actresses that can cry on command and know everyone's lines. They are so hardworking and so enthusiastic and so fun, and they take directions so well a lot of the time. Um, I think I think the parents get the audition, figure it out, and help guide them through it. And they're smart. They adapt. They figure it
Yeah, and you said that you filmed the like kind of finale at the beginning.
out
Usually,
a lot of
Wh-
times.
why?
I think because the pre-paywall scenes are very important because that's what's meant to carry the audience past paywall.
Mhm.
I believe a lot of times they want us to really be in our rhythm with each other and in our workflow very
Mm.
well before we get to those scenes. So a lot of times that means we film the later scenes first. And it can be tough because you're jumping in on day one at the peak of chaos, and so as an actor, you have to be mindful of, okay, what was my vision for this character in the beginning? All right, so I'm gonna then play it this way because this is where I start, and maybe mention to director, hey, I have this vision for this physicality going with me, so I'm gonna make sure I do this. If you feel it doesn't play, let me know, but like that's why I'm doing this. Yeah, filming the end and the beginning can be a lot.
Yeah, and sometimes I bet you wanna. I don't wanna assume, but like probably you do wanna then by the end of shooting days, you wanna like film the end again. Like, oh, now I'm more comfortable in the role, and probably I'm like I wanna shoot
I
again. No.
I think a lot of this business, you have to relinquish control and trust. And you have to trust that if director and client okayed it, that it serves the purpose. Um, if I still have doubts, I will ask a detailed question from director. Like if I have any uncertainty in my mind, I may even shout all the way over to Video Village, hey, did that work for you? Do you want more volume? Did that eyeline shift work for you? Like if I have any question in my mind, but otherwise I try to just give it up. What's done is done. And also I think there's a lot of beauty in even the same actor, we will approach the same scene differently on a different day simply because of our energy level or what we're bringing to it baseline in ourselves. And I really appreciate that you can't fully replicate a scene the way it's done, the way it's captured on camera. So I kind of respect the way it's just captured. That's how it wanted to be.
True. True. That's really smart. And but as a Taurus, I bet you're really it's really hard for you to relinquish control and like give it up.
But
How? Yeah. Well, sorry.
that's why this has been good for me. It's taught me how to do that.
Yeah. True. True. That's true. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Like sometimes we might feel like we uh, we have something to give to bring to the table for acting for performances, but sometimes acting has something to bring us.
Because
Yeah.
I've learned so much from my characters. I feel like
Really?
oh yes.
Which
And
character have you learned the most from?
I learn from them at different times, and I feel like oddly enough, they're given to me at exactly the time I need them.
Oh,
Um,
really?
had a situation last year where I was going through some very difficult health things. And in the middle of that time, I booked a role where I was a female boxer. And I realized, I'm like, this is the time I need to get in touch with my inner strength. This is perfect. And so it was a gift from the universe. There was a time where bookings slowed down for a little bit, and I booked a character that was unhoused and kind of couch surfing, but she thought it was the best life ever. And I was like, you know what? I need to find the joy and the uncertainty right now. This is what we do. And it's so interesting. The universe gives you exactly what you need at the right time.
Mm. And and sometimes you can well, not sometimes, maybe you can always relate to your character at any point, like even if you're playing someone that's completely different from you, there's always something that you're gonna, well, of course, take for your own life, like you said, but also like you need to find a way of that you relate to the character, and then you find why they're like that, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you worked in like more horizontal stuff, maybe in Hollywood, in any other type? Yeah.
I haven't done a lot of studio projects yet. I
Uh-huh.
don't those rooms very often in auditions, and I'm excited for the day that I do more frequently. But I have done some smaller day player roles here and there. There's a rom-com that I flew to Florida to do a day player thing on, Mother Nature and the Doomsday Prepper. I think it's on Amazon Prime, and I did a day on a psychological thriller last year, and unfortunately, I just got word that the scene is cut, and I'm so sad.
Oh, it's always
Oh,
that always happens.
oh, I know. They were so sweet though. They were like, "No, this is on us. This was our storytelling design. We loved you." I'm like, "You know, what's most important to me is the integrity of the story. Don't worry about it." Um,
Yeah.
Fine. I did a fantasy, like a fantasy thriller in England a couple years ago. Very stunt heavy, super fun. We were filming in the countryside of England in the middle of winter, and I got to do an RP accent, an RP accent all the way through the film, which is very sloppy right now. Don't judge me.
No, no, no. Yeah, it's better than mine.
Oh, I did fool some people that flew from the States thought I was a local there, so I was like,
Really? You're
uh,
also I don't know where you find the time, but you're so like prepared every time. Like you're always like, where do you find the time to work on your accent?
You know, so I'm trying not to consume alcohol right now. Once in a while, I indulge. But one thing that I really helpful for accent work: a glass of wine, sit and watch YouTube, find videos of the people that have the accent, and listen to them talk. A couple sips of wine because it relaxes the muscle in your mouth and breaks the speech pattern that you're used to having. And then you try to imitate them. And also, having a glass of wine makes you giggle and be more lighthearted if you mess up, not angry at yourself if you mess up. And so you just end up having these conversations to yourself and look, and then paying attention to where the tongue falls and like where all the muscles are. That's how I approached a lot of accent work.
You know what? I think I'm gonna use that the next time I film like any audition. Like not even in an accent. Like I'm always so hard on myself.
Don't be. Yeah.
But still, it's like I I don't know. Like I think I'm drinking something, like a little a little sip of something might loosen me up, and I don't know.
But I always tell myself the moment I start to beat myself up too, I remind myself they're not going to have fun watching this if I'm not having fun.
Mm,
So even if we think we're not doing the best job, if we don't let ourselves have fun, we're robbing the audience, the viewer, casting of having fun watching it. We have to have fun.
true. And sometimes you end up picking the take that you had. Maybe it's not the best one, like dramatically, but you had the most fun in that one. You know that, and then you end up picking that one because it feels more genuine.
I have chosen takes where I've dropped props and I just stayed in it and reacted how the character would. I've sent in takes where I got stepped on by the reader and reacted the way I would in character, or where noises have happened, and or I sometimes those moments are the magic.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Um, I remember. I like that you are talking about like self taping because I bet you that works. Like picking those takes then lands you probably a um how do you say the what's the name
A
uh
callback?
a callback or I forgot or or maybe the role, right?
I feel like it has. I think in any regard, just I get the best response when I have fun.
Mm, yeah,
So, I will try to honor what I think they want. But also, part of me, I feel, has to go, yeah, but I don't care. This is what I want to do. And, respectfully, but if I feel strongly like I will have fun doing something, even if it's not necessarily how I feel they envisioned it, I'll go for it. Because
yeah,
who else is going to do it like that if that's how I.
yeah, yeah. No, I agree. I agree. And they wanna see you like take control of the character, like make it your own. I
Yes.
think, hopefully. um, we're talking about self tapes. I do enjoy a lot that you post some like snippets of your self tapes with like music. So of course you can't like hear the self tape, but I always when I sometimes I have time I see your story, I would see it and I'm like start. I don't know if this you get told this a lot, but I start thinking like, what is she saying?
Mm, I hear that sometimes, and thank you. And you know, my hope is that it it can be easy to fill in the gaps, or it can be easy to make a guess at what's happening, because I feel like the best acting, hopefully, you're able to put it on mute and still kind of gather a little bit of what's happening. So,
Yeah, I it's really interesting because I don't know the why you do it for whatever reason you for what you do it. I mean, if you do it for whatever reason, I feel like that's it's the right reason because I there's so much you can get out of watching because first of all, you can see that you do a lot of self taping and it takes a lot of work to like it's it shows that you don't get signed or like a role booked with one self tape. It just like teach like for emerging actors, it teaches um them to like like it's hard. It's not something you get this quick.
I'll be honest, I've done 180 self tapes and in person castings this year alone so far. 180.
Wow.
And
What?
I memorize all of them.
Oh, you have them right now memorized?
Well, like before I tape them, I
Oh,
memorize.
okay, okay. I thought you had them memorized like past
Yeah,
the time. No, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's very incredible.
but
Uh,
it's work. But it's like it's class. It's an exercise. It's an acting exercise. So
yeah, that's great, and it comes to show, like I said, like how much work it takes to actually land a role.
mm,
And then there's the other part that it's like more of a creative exercise. That's like the okay, what is she what is she saying? Did I did I did I get it right? Who knows? We will never know. But it's I remember I the last one I remember watching it was the one you were. Let me try and do a representation of what you were doing. Okay,
okay.
okay.
Yes, yes. I commit as best
I
I can.
think yeah.
Yes.
I think I've never do that, but that's my issue, and that's my problem. I'm so nervous to like give them something that it's like too
Oh, I
much
hear
or.
a lot. I gave them throat noises, and I even sent to my manager to watch it before sending it in, making sure I wasn't crazy.
Too much? Yeah, no. I That's amazing. I it takes guts. It takes guts to be in this industry, and
Yeah.
it's yeah, it's because because you do have to take some creative liberties when you do that. Maybe it's set it on paper, like do something like that, but like it's
That was all me. That was all me
oh,
deciding to.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's incredible.
Thank you. Yeah.
um,
Time I get shy or nervous, yeah, you have to commit to something like that. There's if you hold
yeah,
not going to be believable, it's that's going to look embarrassing. You have to commit. And I'm like also
and that stays in the minds of the casting director. Like you won't forget that. So and it's good. That's good. That's good.
I had fun. It was fun.
Yeah, no, because I feel like if no one does that and you do it, I would cast you. Like I would cast the person who does that. Yeah.
I'll tell you a secret. I also slate in the tone of what happened. So for that,
Oh.
I did the hello angel. Name is BeLoat. I'm fine. And I did. I'm reading for it.
Oh my goodness, that's that's so funny. Oh, well, yeah. Like I said, like you posting all of them. That that I don't know. Like that's a great disservice. And that's a great service. Like you're like a superhero. I feel like for doing that. Like no, you don't have to do that, but you do it anyway, and it's.
Thank
I
you.
feel like it helps more emerging actors and people who want to like than it does you probably. So yeah.
I I also want it to I never want to withhold the reality of what I do. If people are following me on social media, I do want them to be able to see a little bit about what it's really like. And I do want them to see a little bit of the work behind the camera because it's not all glamorous and it is a lot of hard work. Um, but I want them to be able to see a little bit of that.
I love that. I love that. And I love that take. I would cast you.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Now I'm set.
Yeah. Okay, talking about I wanted to say one thing before I check my notes to see if there's anything else um about the working in like horizontal studio productions compared to verticals. What difference have you noticed between the two sets environments and like experiences? Like how do they differ?
Typically on horizontal projects, we shoot with one camera at a time. In the vertical space, I've shot with up to four. Page count can actually be quite similar. Especially if it's horizontal soap opera, page count is very comparable to a vertical soap opera. In verticals, we will live usually anywhere from 9 to 20 pages a day. I have shot 36 pages in one day. If it's a horizontal soap opera, it's very much like that. In traditional film, oftentimes they will be a little more intentional with coverage and reduce that page count. But Lifetime, Hallmark, a lot of other films, they are adapting to the vertical pace of filming. So we are seeing page counts increase in those horizontal projects. Another reason why I really think it's smart to get experience on a vertical set because it will prepare you for living under that pressure if that's what you are blessed to experience in horizontal. Um, I have not really experienced a lot of high budget studio projects from anything above small day player or humble background. So I feel like I'm not the most informed on that, but those are the comparisons that I've noticed.
Amazing. Yeah. What do you wish to do in the future? What are your dreams?
Well, part of me would love to book series reg on a sitcom and go to work with a family of comedians every day and know that I'm making our viewers laugh. That would bring me so much joy. But I also recognize that as an artist, I cannot control how people receive what I put out. I can put in the work and I can create it, but once I say, here you go, I can't really control how people feel about it once it's out there. So I understand that what ends up working for me may not be what I think will work right now. I can control what I put into my work, where I train, how I market myself, who I am. And I just have to trust that that's going to lead me where I am happy. I find that if I'm working in areas that don't feel fulfilling, then I instead look at how I can train differently to manifest different work coming into my midst that is more aligned with that. But I really don't know what's going to happen. I would just love to be working, be busy, be creating with people, and making work that I just know people enjoy.
Yeah, you never know where you'll be in a year. That's yeah, that's the truth. And Netflix now is getting into the vertical business.
They
Warner,
are.
bro, like so many, like they're seeing the drive that verticals are having, thanks to people like you. um, but yeah, who knows? Maybe in a year, who knows where the vertical business will be at and where you'll be at.
Fiction. I don't know if you've heard this, but a lot of the Chinese platforms are canceling a lot of live action shows and instead doing the productions entirely through artificial intelligence. So I think over the next few months, while those platforms are experimenting in that, I have a feeling that we're going to see an increase in American-based platforms, and I think that will be really exciting for us because I think we'll see an increase of work that is more culturally in tune and is more understanding of what American women want to see. And
And Occidental, yeah, like yeah, like
uh,
all this side of the world, right?
yes, yes,
Yeah.
I think we'll see more female characters that female audiences here are begging for. I think we're going to see some beautiful scripts. Um, I'm excited to see where verticals go right now. This is a cool time.
It has like a lot of potential. Like I imagine some really, like I'm starting to think like like the vertical is basically just horizontals stuff, only of course vertical and in short form. Like that's the main difference. Like you could make anything, and then you start thinking like, what what if I just create like a, like, in having a producer mindset, like what are the possibilities, like maybe doing uh a short form TV show about
Mhm.
like actors in their 20s, and maybe more realistic than like the soap opera, or realistic, like what's realistic honestly, but like maybe more TV show like than soap operas, like style. Like you can play with that, and it's so fun to think about that basically.
I never stop learning in this business. It's fascinating to me.
Yeah, and it's crazy though, that artificial intelligence thing that you said, because I actually, I think this week, on when I was scrolling TikTok, doom scrolling, like they say, I saw an ad pop up of like a really like graphic uh AI. It was almost like porno, but it
Yeah,
was it was like AI vertical type, and I was like, how do they get this through like censorship rules or something? And it's like crazy.
it is wild. It's interesting. I mean, you know, it's here and there's nothing we can do about that, but I know that the fans are screaming and craving the human made art and shows. And I think no matter, I mean, there's also AI creeping its way into the music business too. When I've been telling my friends when I'm at the salon, sometimes they'll play a playlist and I can just tell all of these songs are AI. All the melodies are perfect. The lyrics are too cookie cutter, but there's nothing personal about anything. There's no human aspect to this. And the effect is it doesn't resonate with me at all. There's nothing for me to receive. There's no effect that it has on me. And I think a lot of consumers, a lot of viewers are feeling that way with this AI created art. And the beauty of art is the bits of soul that the artist puts into it. That's what makes us feel something when we consume it, because if there's no feeling put in, there's none to receive. I think we're gonna rediscover and continue to appreciate what makes art special.
Yeah, I agree. It's a turning point definitely, and true, you can't fight it, but I mean you can fight it, but maybe you can't stop it, but you can.
For itself.
What?
I think our work, the human work, will keep speaking for itself.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. Sometimes I started I I have to say I I purchased a plan for Grok, the
Oh
AI,
yes.
just to I want to play around, and I was like creating like AI thumbnails for my videos, and then at one point I was like, this is this doesn't feel like, this feels weird. I don't know.
Mhm. And that's
Um
like it's a tool that I
yeah.
believe should use to help us in our work, in our art, in our day, however we can. But when it starts to feel wrong or it starts to feel incorrect, and that's a person, that's when we know, like, maybe I need to rework how I'm using this.
Yeah, I started getting nauseous by looking at it. I was like, this it in paper it looks fine. It looks, but it doesn't look real. I don't know. Yeah.
Mm,
And yeah, I feel like everyone can relate to that and the feeling of wanting authenticity, and I feel like at the end of the day that's going to prevail. Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. Um we have talked about everything I wanted to talk about. I do want to say, like, you like if I ever manage to work at Disney, like one of my big business, I mean businesses that I would want to work in the entertainment world, thanks to my possible business degree.
Mhm.
I don't you worry, I'll cast you as some Disney princess, because
Oh my,
you do. I think I told you this the first time we met. I think I asked you, do you work for Disneyland?
and I think I told you I went to the casting calls to be a face character, and I
And
never.
they didn't pick you.
No.
Ugh. Yeah, I am so bitter from that, because I also I'm also sometimes like that. I've gone to millions of those open calls for like characters, and they never pick me, and I'm like, oh, damn it.
I'll treasure the memories. It was wonderful. I had a great time.
Yeah, but yeah, I if I ever get to a point where I can cast you in as a princess, I'll make that my life mission.
I'll still send in the audition. I'll
Yeah,
still go
okay,
through the process.
don't you worry, don't you worry. Yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, that's fun. I feel like I've been like how they say glazing you all day, but it's true. Like Ashley, like if you were gonna take anything from this podcast, is that Ashley is uh what do you say, juggernaut of an actress. Juggernaut, is that? Let me look that up. Maybe I hope I'm not using it in
I
the
live,
wrong way.
so I'm not really acquainted with a lot of the sayings.
An unstoppable massive force or institution that crushes everything in its path. That sounds really scary, but I meant
Wow.
it like in a good way.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I have never received that compliment in my life. Thank you.
Yeah, so everyone cast her. I want to see her in the big screen, in the small screen, and in the in keep verticals. Yeah. Um
I want to
is
work
there,
with you.
please, please,
Yeah.
I want to work with you soon, or sometime again.
I,
Actually, let's watch this. Our short interaction on set.
oh, you have the scene. You have the
Yeah,
scene.
yeah, I have it here.
I'm
Let's see.
so excited. I have not seen this show in a long time.
Me neither.
I was crazy. Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Hey, bro. We're both men, but yours is a lot harder than mine.
Mr. Hill, for this, should we need a lipstick mark on your face for the next setup?
Perfect. Obviously, I'm the simple choice. No one here is prettier than me.
I think Lacey would be perfect.
Me?
Damn.
Are you serious? Isn't it kind of weird for a big, strong man like me to kiss you?
I think it's perfect.
Those cliffhangers. Those cliffhangers.
Yeah, it's. I love the little screenshots at the end of the.
There's something. That was a funny show. Oh, they had us really go for it. We all. Oh, that was fun. What a way to meet. What a way
What
to
a way to meet. You're right. You're right. I'm so glad that it happened though. I we're I don't know, like everyone you meet it's for a reason and I feel like it's you bump into people in at the right time where they can provide something to your life, some knowledge, some wisdom, some company, friendship, anything. But yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad.
do.
Is there anything else that you would like to talk about?
I feel like I talked so much. I feel like everyone is just
Yeah.
stop.
No, but it went by really quick. I usually I don't plan like a set time, but I just let the conversation go. But this is like the around the time we stop because usually because it's like my my I start getting exhausted myself.
11:30 p.m. over there. I think
Oh,
you probably have studies or rest that you need to catch up on.
studies? No, 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 not today, not today. But yeah, I'm so glad we met, and we met up here right now. We did this show. We're still live. um, so yeah, tell people where they can find you,
Yes.
if they want to follow your work.
All right. Well, you can find me on Instagram. My name is Ashley BeLoat. The spelling of my name is right there. I have two pages right now since I was having technical difficulties with one page. One has a period, one doesn't. Both are me. We're figuring that out. I'm also on TikTok, again, just my name. And I'm also on Facebook. Yeah, I'll be happy to see you wherever you want to join me.
Yeah, I actually have to follow you on TikTok. I didn't know you had one, and I added it to the description.
I'm trying to get better. I'm really trying to work on being more present on social media because I want people to feel part of the behind the scenes and the reality of everything. Oh, thank you so much. Look at you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, same, same. I agree with you. I think my algorithm set to Chile, so everything I post is in English, like highlights of the podcast. But then it posts to like only Chilean people kind of see it, and most of them don't speak English, so it's like no one likes the videos, and it's kind of tough.
Me,
But
no, you did not want. Lo siento. Mhm.
what?
My Spanish is not. Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
not
no,
helpful.
no, yeah, no, it's good, it's good. I'll ask for your TikTok and all that later, and I'll put it in the description so everyone can follow Ashley. Her she needs no introduction, like one of the Met Gala phrases in the video. I don't know if we got to that part. Okay, well, everyone, if that's all for today, I'll let you all go. No, just kidding. You can leave whenever you want. Everyone. But yeah, that was a great show. We'll have another guest, another redhead actually next week. That's really fitting, I guess. The
Like,
redhead month.
oh my.
Yeah, it's a surprise though for now. So you'll have to tune in and see next week. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.